So what if every decision that came to you for the next week in your business, you applied this question to it? What would it look like if we did that the opposite of how it's normally done? Hey, it's Scott Beebe, the Business on Purpose podcast. We're here every day to liberate you from the chaos of working in your business. We do it in these bite-sized little coaching vignettes here on the podcast, and these are actual situations of conversations or conference rooms or online calls that I've just gotten out of, and I'm sharing these with you. I just had lunch with my buddy Jesse Cole. If you just Google Jesse Cole, Jesse Cole, he and his wife Emily own the becoming world-renowned Savannah Bananas baseball team. And if you've not done any research on them, just Google it. You'll find it. It's pretty extraordinary. You'll see a lot of what they've been doing. And you know, I've been listening to Jesse the last couple of years and what he's presented, how he's talked, how he has kind of contributed to the world of business. He's got kind of a mantra, doing business differently. There was recently an article published in a local paper that said business as unusual instead of business as usual for a guy like Jesse. It's really quite extraordinary what he and Emily have built and what their team has perpetuated with the Savannah Bananas. But they operate under this principle of however everyone else is doing it, let's do it the opposite way. And it starts by having a simple lunch with Jesse and realizing that he not only shows up to the baseball games in a yellow tuxedo, but he shows up everywhere in a yellow tuxedo. That's right. We had lunch in Savannah today, and he was in a yellow tuxedo. We were in an airport together in San Diego a few months back, and he was in a yellow tuxedo. We were at a conference together. He was in a yellow tuxedo. Now, I think maybe shorts and t-shirt around the house, but he's got 7 yellow tuxedos, one for each day of the week, that he wears everywhere when he's kind of in work mode. And the reason he wears a yellow tuxedo is because nobody wears a yellow tuxedo. He was talking about some of the events and festivals that they put on at the venue that hosts the Savannah Bananas baseball team, and so they have that venue throughout the year. And so one of the things that people don't like about, say, a food festival is you got to go around and you got to pay $5 here and $8 here and $9 here and $7 here, and it just kind of adds up, and you don't feel the freedom to really enjoy the food. And so what they've decided to do is create an all-you-can-eat food festival. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you run the numbers and realize, because the first thought is, well, yeah, they'll eat us out of house and home, they'll go out of business. Will they really? I mean, really? And the answer is, no, they won't. You charge it the right charge, you put it in the right atmosphere, you make the right experience around it, and all of a sudden it becomes a great experience that people want to be a part of, and they might even pay a premium if they know they can walk in. Hey, that's how I do it with go-karts. That's right, you didn't know. I love riding go-karts, and one of my favorite things to do is get an all-day go-kart band, a wristband, and just ride go-karts with my family all day. We don't get to do it a ton, but when we do, man, I am all in. I love doing it. And do they lose money on that? No, of course they don't lose money on that, because they've got so many people that are going in. So you begin to build the model around doing things differently, doing it the opposite. So what is it in your business? Whether you be an attorney, you might be a physician. Now, some of you that are in professional services industry and go, well, Scott, it would be illegal for us to do things opposite. I want to challenge you on that. Yeah, it would be illegal to do the obvious things opposite, like surgery or operating agreements, but I'm not talking about the actual technical function. I'm talking about the experience. What would the experience look like if you did it opposite to how everyone else does it? Hey, if you put a blindfold on me and I walked into a building, and in that building, you open the blindfold, and you just happen to walk me into a medical clinic, I could tell pretty quick without a sign that I was in a medical clinic, because they all look the same. They're all stale. They all have the same kind of ornate features inside. They all have mints in a bowl, magazines on a table. Maybe some of them have a little TV circling helpful advertisements for me to understand how I can get healthier, lose weight, whatever it might be. But they fundamentally, without a little bit of stylistic design, do the same thing. But what would it look like if you were a medical doctor, if you were an attorney, if you were a car wash, and you did things opposite? I don't have the answers for you. I want you to think about it. Think about what it would look like for you to do it opposite from how everyone else does it. And you'll create an experience that everybody else wants to be a part of. First place you can start, write out your vision. Nobody does that. MyBusinessOnPurpose.com/vision. And we'll see you right here next time on the Business on Purpose podcast.